Okay, some of the other things I wanted to mention regarding learning the recorder, and I'm primarily focusing on the resin or plastic recorder rather than a wooden one, are these. I did mention in that first video on the subject that you can pay a few £100 for a recorder, a wooden recorder. You can actually pay from anything from £400–500 up to £1,500. So a top quality wooden recorder is expensive. You can get good ones on eBay with care. And both the resin recorders I'm using at the moment, I did buy on eBay, and they're excellent. One is an Alos and one is a Yamaha, and they came and they're excellent. They came from eBay. The other thing now we need to get on to, and the thing this is no one tells you this. This is the thing which no one will tell you when you look up these things on YouTube about playing the tenor recorder. No one tells you about warming up. It is absolutely essential that you warm up correctly when you're playing a wooden or a resin, but I'm focusing on the resin stroke plastic. The first thing is you're only putting the tip into your mouth. It goes between your lips. Actually, it doesn't go into your mouth properly. Watch how I'm doing this. Just goes between your lips. It is not going into your mouth. If you do that, and it's a bad habit some players can develop, you'll continually clog your instrument with your moisture from your breath. And of course, resin cannot absorb moisture, whereas wood can. So you have to keep emptying it and it will keep clogging. But you have to have a system where it's not clogging or you won't be able to play. So you must only have it just between your lips. Not thrust into your mouth. As some people can throw the first third into your mouth. That's very, very bad. That mustn't happen. You might occasionally get away with it with wood. You can't with resin stroke plastic. And when I use the resin, I mean resin or plastic really, non-wood recorders. So warming up is essential. You warm up for a period of 15 to 20 minutes, and no one, all these various things on YouTube about the recorder, none of them tell you this. Warming up is vital. You're gradually getting your instrument used to receiving your moisture from your breath, that warm moisture. And when I start off, play very little. Make it go like this. Then I won't play again. I'll go on to something else. I use a computer a lot. I'm a writer as well. So I'll go on to something else and then go back to the recorder later. And over 15 to 20 minutes, you're not playing much. Most of that warm-up time, you are not playing. If you play continually, within 15 or 20 minutes, you won't be able to use that recorder again for the rest of the day. It'll be clogged with, you can let some moisture out. We'll go into all this, but it will tend to clog. It'll change the tone of it. So it is essential that you gradually get your recorder used to receiving the moisture from your breath. Gradually. So over that 15 to 20 minutes, you're not playing much. And now I might go back to it again. Very important to practice straight long notes for breath control, and it increases your technique. Very important. Practice other things as well. But now this is the essential thing. Over that 15 to 20 minutes, you're not playing much. You gradually get your instrument used to receiving your moisture from your breath. And indeed, you never play all that much. If you're playing on a music date, maybe with a group, you would take, frankly, it would take 2 or 3 recorders with you. And never use one which is clogged or quickly clogging. So the secret is, as I say, the way you put it just between your lips, but not in your mouth. And also then, very vitally, you will not continually playing. If you do, you will not be able to play much. You've got to gradually get it used to receiving your moisture. Sounds silly, but it's absolutely true. Wood can absorb moisture, resin cannot. Plastic, resin, whatever you have. So that is absolutely essential. The third thing I wanted to mention is be patient. When you first start playing the tenor recorder, the lower notes are almost non-existent. I'm really talking about bottom C, C sharp, D, notes underneath the stave on the tenor recorder. Be patient with it. Get all the rest. Practice the rest. Long notes. A few exercises. Never overdoing it. And eventually those notes will come and they'll be quite stable. It'll take a while. So that's the second thing I wanted to mention. Don't worry about the low notes because they're going to be a problem. And even for experienced recorder players, the low notes below the stave are a bit of a problem. But you can get used to playing them. And finally, recorders. You will see that this recorder, if I can get it in camera view, which I'm struggling to do at the moment, will have a key. Oh dear, I'm really struggling to show you. Can you see it there now? Just by there. This one's got a double key for bottom C, C sharp, which you will use. But as I say, those notes are difficult. Don't worry too much about the beginning. Some recorders don't have keys, and yet you're expected to get there with your fingers. Because a tenor recorder, it's difficult to get hold of all those notes. So I think you've got to have those keys, but some players find they don't need them. And there's a slightly smaller version recorder which doesn't have keys, but I think that would still be a bit of a struggle. Personally, that's what I think. I'm used to using keys for the bottom notes. If you haven't got a double key, you won't have bottom C sharp. Don't worry about it. It won't be written in much recorded music, and if it is, you go up a third or miss it out altogether. It's a single key. I've got a single key on my Yamaha, and it's only bottom C on that. And it's a double key I've got on my Alos. So I've got C sharp as well. Although, to be honest, you want to avoid bottom C sharp. So those are some of the preliminary comments I want to make about playing the recorder. Tenor recorder I'm focusing on. And we'll proceed. So thank you.